Who's the first person here without me promoting it? I'm curious. Without me sending links out, who's the first person here? Deep. Wow. Good morning, Deep. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Michael. Who are my most loyal BB gang members here? I have not promoted the link yet. GM. What's up, Alan? What's up, Lalit? Good morning. Hey, y'all are the real ones. I haven't even sent the link out yet. Y'all are the real ones. Now I know. Candace, King Carnage, Christian, Tali. Hey, good morning, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Scott. Man, y'all are some real ones. Okay, now I'll promote the link. I had to see. What up, Devin?
Yeah, what up? Threw me off guard. I was already in the chat. Alright.
Yeah, after we're done here, we'll just go there. Alright, I was just sending the link out to see what's up.
Hold on a second, I'm adjusting volume. Wild sell-off overnight. They really don't like the Credit Suisse situation.
Oh yeah, the scare.
Yeah, I guess their biggest money backer pretty much said they got no money to back anymore. They're not putting any more money up.
And the December rate hikes have been changing.
Oh yeah, those are going wild, but we can expect those to go wild. I wouldn't even get super caught up on those yet.
Sorry guys, I'm like copying my notes from my message in chat.
Then Powell seems to be doing his job, so that's another reason with the numbers this morning that could justify potential pause slash, maybe turn into some cuts. But the Fed doesn't want to rush anything because it definitely looks like it was like possibly an isolated incident with a couple banks, and most banks are still in decent shape. So as long as it is just a couple canaries in the coal mine and it's not the whole thing coming down, it might settle out way better than we could expect.
All right, guys, I have SPY typed up. My bad, Devin. Let me just summarize SPY so everybody understands what we're looking at here. But no, thank you for your info and everything too, because that's helpful too. I was typing up SPY where you were saying all that. But 380, 380, 380s for more downside. Bulls can try to retake over 388.40s in previous day demand. That's highlighted this area right here. Above 388.40s, target very tight targets. I'm talking about if you're entering here, you need to be exiting very soon or very quickly. You don't need to be trying to hold until you see a retest of this hold as support, and then you can look for more passive trades. You could look for some very aggressive trades over the 386.20s here. Towards this area of demand, but again, that is so aggressive, so I just don't want to advise that, but that is a very good potential trade. Below targets, which again, if we break 380, 380s, this is not looking good. If we break 380, 330, it looks like the true pre-market low. It's not looking good, and bears will be taking things lower, but we will be seeing 380, 130, and most likely 379 if we do end up breaking lower today, so keep your eyes on that. But that's everything for the smaller time frame. For the bigger time frame, since we're starting now at about 380, let's say 384.50, 384.60, somewhere in there. What am I doing? Here we go. So yesterday we went up, perfectly retested, got our lowering volume, and now we're going to be opening at 384.50. So let's put our cursor over that. It's about right here. It's about where this level is. So you can see we're testing a pretty crucial area. So on the smaller time frames of this bigger time frame chart, we need to see, are they going to break 384.50 basically? Because if that breaks, it looks like it's not looking good for SPY in general. Because that breaks this day's low, that breaks this bigger time frame level, which is again from the monthly. This is no baby level stuff. These are all these levels here are super strong. But we got the perfect retest. Now we got the perfect drop. The question is, will they hold this drop, or will they consolidate us right here? Will the bank fear continue to bring us down, or will we start to consolidate here? That is the big question. So kind of keep that on your mind. But give me a thumbs up or a yeah if everything from the bigger or smaller time frame made sense to you, both preferably. But that gives us everything we need for SPY, up and down. But I'm going to continue on. Previous day high. How did you sleep, Devino?
About the usual. Woke up back. I don't know. It only took 2 days for me to go back to my normal wake up time without an alarm, so that's good. After the little time shift.
It's not bad.
Wish I would have skipped the gym and paid attention to the market with the sell-off we had. I looked at the charts and I'm like, oh, that's a nice pullback already. Then by the time I got back to the gym, I was like, holy crap.
You're like, damn, that thing just kept falling.
Straight down.
Yeah, I didn't even I woke up early and I still didn't look at this stuff. I still didn't even look at SPY this morning. I was just kind of paying attention to some of the news coming out, and I was like, damn. I was like, I bet SPY's dropping right now, or consolidating, and we get a crazy drop like right at open or something. There's no way this is going up. And I went to go check my chart. At first it lagged, and it was going up on my screen. Like it showed like price still up here, like at 392s, and I was like, damn, that's actually pretty crazy. And then it flashed and it reloaded, and it was like way down here at like 383. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, never mind, that makes more sense. That was pretty crazy. All right, so Apple, we did the above and below with targets. Microsoft, I kind of like this one as well, just because it's sitting above the yesterday, or sitting at the yesterday's open right now. But it has a very strong level here at 255.80s, which also covers the pre-market as well. So if they can break 255.80s, that looks really good to the downside. To the upside, the normal thing would be look for above today's open or above yesterday's close, but they're already holding above today's open. So I would say look for a continued hold of 257s, and if they can continue to hold that, they do look like they can get some good bounces back to the higher side of their yesterday's range. So Microsoft doesn't look too bad. AMD looks really good as well. I haven't even added all the levels yet, but I can already tell you previous day high, previous day close, previous day opens way down here. I can already tell you this has a beautiful chart, because below 85 you can target 83.50s, which if you guys remember, 83.83 was the level we broke above the other day to get here. You can see here again 83.60 kind of popping up in that area of 83.83. So that would be your main target. Below 85 would be mid 83s. To the upside, you could look above 86.70s for aggressive buying, a little bit more passive selling if you want to buy 87.50. And if you want to buy super passive selling, you can wait for the break above and retest of 88.30 and 88.75. So there's a couple options there for both sides, but I kind of like AMD a lot. I'm just going to go ahead and add it. And it's still in bold. Nice. Perfect. All right, we got AMD done. Nvidia also looks just as good as AMD. Honestly, you got your previous day open down here, which lines up perfectly with almost the pre-market low. So that could be a solid break below right here, kind of this general area here. Got a pretty strong area here, kind of lines up with the pre-market high. Previous day close is right here. Yeah, that's a beautiful chart. Just look above this meat of high right here, 238.30s. Target these two areas, or just wait for these to break out and target that area. Downside's pretty much clear as day. Amazon, you have your yesterday's meat of low there, true low right here, which lines up with the pre-market low, which means this level is even stronger. So below 92.70s, you can look for a good break below. For a solid break above, it looks like you could wait for the previous day open, which also lines up with the cool level from the pre-market. It kind of broke below it and then came up and rejected it. So 93.80s could be a good short-term break above level towards previous day close. It's very close. And then above that, you have your previous day highs. Actually, my bad. Sorry, your previous day close is way the hell up here. Not that candle. But still, very important level at 94.30s. Tesla, ooh, I like this chart a lot too. It's kind of like this area here. If that breaks, it's more downside. And for more upside, honestly, every stock has like this, like, see how it has like that drop and then it pops back up and you have this retest here? I'd say above the meat of that retest could be where aggressive buying comes in. More passive buying once you get past your previous day close, previous day high areas. So a little bit of fight for the bulls at open, in my opinion. Might even be a little ugly right at open. But overall, that is what's needed for any bulls to break out on a lot of these charts. I'm seeing the same thing on like every chart. Every chart, it's pretty much felt the same. Meta holding up fairly well. This is a gap from the daily time frame that I went to go remark from someone in chat. Somebody was talking about playing it. Yeah, XOK is down. Healthcare is down. Discretionary is down. Comms down. Everything is down. I'm not surprised to see financials down. They're the reason we're down. Staples, actually not doing super bad. Which we saw that happen a couple times as the market pulled back. Alright, well, since we don't have any extras, let's try to add something else. I guess we'll type the meta gap fill play. Let me actually go market again, so we're all on the same page here. 187.50. I just want to get the bottom of the gap. We're not actually going to target 180.90. I just want to type it so I remember it. And then we'll go back down to the 5-minute. And then we'll retype our targets towards, so below 189.50, or 187.50, sorry. That would be here. We have to target 185.30, 184, 182.75. Then we can have 180.90 there. Try to see if we can get a one-liner in here. Ooh, Baba, nasty. Whew, BAC, damn. It's like that scene from The Big Short. He's like, short the bank stocks.
They definitely did. You see, Robinhood's not letting people take profits on some of the bank stocks.
I'm not surprised. This isn't even the first time.
Yeah, I at this point I don't know how anyone could even open an account on that broker.
I don't know. I've been telling people for years, I'm like, why would you trust Robinhood on certain positions? Like, you're gonna get screwed just because they don't want you to close out. Doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Another big time.
Robinhood's a scam.
Just big scam. I don't know how that's not illegal. Like, they should be shut down.
I guess I'll try to fit in Amazon.
Yeah, I've seen Weeble was having quite a few problems too, and that's kind of why I just stick with TD, even though they might not have always the cheapest commissions, because every time there's been a system outage for the most part, if they can identify that it was on their fault on their side of the system and it affected a bunch of people, they've gone back and made it right, reverse trades, wiped out days and stuff like that. So brokers can and will do that. It's just, you have to be with a broker that's reputable enough to make that happen. And obviously Webull doesn't feel like they have to.
All right, guys, the list is made. I was kind of typing it while we were conversating it. But we covered Apple, AMD, Meta, and Amazon. We also looked at every other stock just to see what the levels were, even if we weren't going to trade it or add it to a list. But we have a pretty good list now. I'm going to send it out to everybody. And then we'll send out our SPY chart, of course, too. Per usual. Actually, let's open that up a little bit and redo that. There we go. All right, cool. List is sent out. Looks like BB Bot posted this morning. Top Watch is posted yesterday. All right, cool. Christmas music in March, nice. Good morning, YouTube chat. How's everyone doing? Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed the pre-market prep this morning. We went over SPY on the bigger and smaller time frames. Then we kind of go through a bunch of other stocks. We just kind of looked through their list. This morning, too, I don't do this every morning, but we went through the sectors just to see what's the vibe. Pretty much everything is down except Staples for the most part, which Staples is down too. They just aren't as bad off as everybody else. But everybody has taken a nice, nasty fall. But glad to have you all here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Good morning again. Bing bong. Get your bing bongs in.
Do they hit us with a straight V pattern today and go straight back up?
The reverse Burj Khalifa.
Right, they would really throw the market for the spin if we just started rallying.
All right, guys, we have about 8 minutes to the open. Devin, let's go join the Bueller Buys Discord now. Sorry, guys, I was like trying to answer people. All right, yeah. Oh, wrong chat. Good. All right. So now if anybody wants to join, they can. On the road, be safe, Sand Dollar. Please be safe, man. I saw you on Twitter, Tobias. I saw that. It was something like, it must have been after you were shorting it, because you were like, I must like pain, but I'm going long here or something. That was about like an hour or so ago from like when I was moving. So that was probably like here. I think you were saying that. I think you were saying that around here. So, I mean, you're not completely wrong, because all we've done is hold support and move up since then. So, I mean, if you're still in that position, if you ever were, it's not a bad spot to still be in if we do get to pop it open here. Facts, Caroline. And that's why I try to act the way I do. I don't think anybody really understands anything. You know, I honestly believe nobody knows what's going on in the market. Even the people who are in control don't 100% catch every single move. You know, so that's why, and that's why I teach the way I teach, or kind of talk the way I do. Like, don't ever speak in terms of like, I know this is going to happen. Speak in conditional terms of like, okay, this can happen if this happens. You know, try to give yourself some room. But also, we don't know what's going to happen in the market. We're not be able to see the future, you know? So it's pretty smart to be non-biased and point out both sides of the chart, regardless of the news, regardless of where we are in the chart. You know, it doesn't matter. Always plan for both sides. Like Burok just said, no hopium. There's no revenge trading. None of that crap. But that's why I like being non-biased, because it kind of gives you a different view on not just stocks but life, really. Don't be non-biased. Don't have a bias. Don't go into anything in life thinking you are right about one thing, or one side is right about one thing. Like, no, just look at it from both point of views. See which one you like more, and go with it. It's pretty simple. But no, 100%. Nobody has a effing clue what's going on or what's going to happen. And I said this probably a while back, but I've said over the estimates, you know, nobody has solid, stable estimates for the year 2025 or 2024. Sorry, I'm like going out of my mind right now. Which means nobody has good year-out estimates, which that's normally a usual thing with economists and all kinds of shit. Nobody has strong or stable or confident year-out numbers, which means even some of the smartest people that do know what's going on don't know what's going to happen. So, you have people being super passive too and saying, oh, 2025 is when you'll see things turn around. You know, when you see after the base, the bigger moves up, the uptrend starting to continue on the bigger charts. But that takes a lot of time. But why play the guessing game, right? Good morning, Friday. Yo, nice trophy, Boo Rock. Oh, you're still in, Tobias? Nice, nice. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, Daniel. A sentiment-driven retreat has taken root in the equity futures market as issues at Credit Suisse reignite selling efforts in the financial sector. Notably, Credit Suisse's largest shareholder, Saudi National Bank, said it cannot offer further help. That revelation has stoked large losses in European bank stocks and has stirred renewed angst in the banking sector here in the U.S. at the possible worst time. That one line right there, that is possibly the best way that could have been put. I'm just gonna post that. That's super clean. But that's why we're down today. Well, at least that's most of why we're down today. I can't even send it all. That's cool. God, YouTube needs to fix their thing. Hold up, nobody type, nobody type. Oh my god, it's still too big of a message. Hold up, nobody type still. There we go. That's everything in a row. Yeah, ECB is like pretty much the European Fed, which is pretty important. Alright guys, market's about to open in about a minute and 10 seconds. By the way, if you guys want some cool free ass websites that are amazing, I use them every morning. Shown you guys these before. Briefing is really cool. It's the line I literally just read was from that website. Awesome website, don't even have to sign in. And then the other website, which you should check occasionally, is this one. Here you go. That's where you get your economic news. And honestly, if you want to start paying attention to the hike rate tool, I can link that as well. There are two different ones. I prefer to watch the investing.com version. I think the CBE one updates too slowly, but it does update and they do end up being on par with each other. So if you'd like to check that out, you can. Yep, scary times. Austin Conley, great question. He asked, advice on someone that has a A+ setup in their face, but lets their fear and hesitation take over and misses the trade, asking for a friend. And hey, man, we're all there. We've all been there. We're all still battling it here and there. But the biggest thing you can do is take more mental reps. You're not going to get over that hesitation by taking more trades or even just by looking at more charts. The biggest thing is by reviewing entry and exit. You know, like right here, you wouldn't trade it open, but just for example, you would sit here and you'd go, all right, well, I think SPY actually looks pretty good over 386.20. I'm going to take a position over there. Go look at a contract, write it down as it's hitting a spot, write down the cost of it. You don't even have to do that. If you just want to be basic and just do the levels, that's awesome, but take as many mental trades as you possibly can. Form a plan. Talk about, oh, this is my target, this is my stop loss, I'm sticking to it. This is what I want. This is why I like it. Blah, blah, blah. You know, so on, so on. Add some thought process in there as much as you can. But mental trade as much as you possibly can. Don't remove that hesitation by taking more real trades. Remove that hesitation by adding more information, by adding more facts, by adding more conviction. You're not going to get over hesitation or any emotion by that manner in any random routine of just taking more trades. That's never going to help you. Taking more mental trades is what's going to help you, because now you're visualizing what's possible, what variations are there. Now you're a little bit more concerned and aware of how price action works around certain areas or certain levels or at certain times even. But give yourself that knowledge and that confidence all at the same time through that process. Do that over and over and over and over and over. Take as many mental reps as you possibly can.
Buyers showing up on the open here as you would expect. Let's wait for a nice little retest.
But hopefully that helps you out, Austin. First level to watch out for is the previous day lows. The Euro pores. I just saw how you typed that. And give yourself time, Austin. That's not and anybody who listened to the mental trade advice, don't take that as something as like, oh, I'll just do that like 3 or 4 times until I like it more. Like, no, do that for like weeks, months. Do that for a while. It might sound kind of like counterintuitive at first, but trust me, the more you backtest, the more you review, the more you've visualized, mental traded, the more confident and knowledgeable you'll be when you are taking those real trades. You won't just be jumping into things like, oh, I know what happens here, like just guessing or being willy-nilly. No, you'll have some confidence in what you're actually trying to do. Daffy. He took some swings the other day. I'll show you all this just because it's Daffy. But he took some swings the other day. That's my list. In the trade section, he got some for a swing. Oh, he's adding more. Wow, he added more. Another one. I didn't even notice that. And then today, just now, it's up 78%. Great job, Daffy. Like I said, look out for previous day lows. This is kind of a key area to look out for in case a bigger buyer move steps in.
So far, getting a really nice push off open here, getting over the midpoint, pushing 296.
All right, hitting previous day low. Nice, nice, nice.
$296 hitting on SPY. Still in the first 10 minutes.
Apple not as hot right there in that candle, but Microsoft did make a good pop. AMD hitting good resistance, Nvidia perfectly in range. Amazon got a good, really good pop first 5 minutes. Same for Google, same for Meta, same for Netflix. Comm sector strong, at least from open. We don't know how it'll be here in the next 20-30 minutes. Exactly, process over profits. I love the way you put that.
Rejecting back towards the midpoint, see if that's going to hold support.
Took some risk off. I don't blame you. Hitting that previous deal was pretty optimal.
Pretty nice rejection coming in here on the short-term time frame. Had a pretty nice 2-minute candle setting that up. See what weights are really helping us get out of the water here. It looks like Google, a little bit of Microsoft. Tesla's having a hard time still. Meta rejected yesterday high. Apple's hasn't took off too much yet.
SPY looking froggy if we can get over this previous day demand. Acting as supply if they maintain projection.
Got a minute on our first 10-minute candle. It is cold today.
Damn, Sendful got 42% on Tesla and 150% on SPY.
Man, oh man.
That's my meme lord, everybody.
That's no memes. All right, we're about to get the first 10-minute print.
Holding over a really good area of not just a good level, but also a good area of the previous candle. First 10 minutes, we just have a slight bullish reaction, and then I'd say a retest. Potentially setting up another big, strong bounce as long as they can hold this general area here. Pretty much just needs to hold over today's open. We can hold over that. You can keep looking for bounces. If we break that and the 9 EMA, not looking good. And here's a piece of advice from Devin, which I'm also going to start taking a lot more. In days of pumps, you know, when we get these big moves to the upside or you get just some crazy higher open, what is a good first indication of getting into shorts, or at least looking to get into shorts very soon, besides just saying, oh, it's breaking a good level? Another awesome, cool little thing just to kind of add on, if you are some of those people who use the 9 EMA, and this is probably good for any of you other people who use short-term indicators, is looking at the 10-minute. If you see a good close under the 10-minute, then you can go down to your smaller time frames and start to look for better entry positions after it's already done that. Yesterday was actually a pretty good example of that. I should have looked at that. But right here, the chart had a lot of really big resets, you could say, where it pulled back, it'd hold the support and pull all the way back up, but it would take that full 10 minutes. It would be very slow feeling, and it did that a few times yesterday. And we've seen that a lot in the past couple weeks, to be honest, as we've gotten more indecisive price action thanks to this being a news-driven market right now. Again, we're not in a bull or a bear market. We are in a news market right now. But overall, really good piece of advice, because the first break finally didn't happen until 2.5 hours into the market, and then that's where the true breakdown came from. Pretty much after that, they didn't produce another green candle back above the 9 EMA until the last 15 minutes of the day. So that was pretty impressive. But I thought that was awesome. So you see there at 11, we can go back down to there. Whoops. Oh yeah, at 11. That'd be this candle. So you can see they made their high, they went into supply, they made their double top rejection, and then by 11 o'clock, they had finally broken on the 10 minutes. So by this candle, after making their high of day. They'd finally made their true confirming, hey, we're trying to slow down candle. It isn't saying it's super bearish, but it's saying, hey, we're potentially slowing down. And then from there, you had a pretty good double top rejection, lower high, and it just kept breaking under that 9 EMA and holding under, and also breaking really good levels with volume. So that was another cool indication. But if you ever want to use that again, or use that to help you figure out the tops, I guess you could say, or help you out on those smaller time frame trades like that, then be my guest. Use that piece of advice. It's definitely helped me out a lot.
Um, and to add on to what Josh just said, that it works opposite the same for calls. And when you put that in the combination of looking for like the double bottom, and you see the double bottom happening, and most of the time that first part of the bottom is the first retest of the 9. Then it goes in and puts that higher low in, then comes up and reclaims the 9. So a lot of times it's just a nice confirmation of like, yeah, I'm looking at the right side of the trade.
Just something
Then
extra
I just sniped the shit out of the fucking 2-minute
on that spy pop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like came back to it and it was already popping. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, pretty much a move from wherever we opened up to this area was a pretty good trade. I'd say past this we don't know what's going to happen because we haven't gotten above it yet, but overall still really good basic retest. After having a lower open under previous days, it always gives good sign, whether we're bullish or bearish on the day, to at least go retest it just because you're starting under it. So,
Josh, will you do me a favor just real quick, just because I know there's a couple of people I mentor in here? Could you pull up ES on the 2-minute so I could break down something real quick and throw the 9 on there?
Yep. All right.
All right, so on the 2-minute chart here, we had that pretty high volume rejection, but then we came on support off the 9 twice before pushing a newer high, and I just took that second higher retest candle where the wicket, yep, and on that second higher retest off the 9, I took a position with my stop loss at that previous 2-minute candle, and it popped up to that new high right there, and it was like almost like it was like $700-800.
Damn.
Whatever.
So how much do you size in when you take your
That
futures
was that
trade?
was that was a very very small. That was only 2 contracts,
Oh,
and
that
I'm
wasn't
allowed to.
even heavy. Okay.
Yeah. There's just 2 contracts
Nice.
because that's an aggressive trade. So in aggressive trades, we don't want to take large position sizes because you're putting yourself at risk. Because it could blast right through my stop loss in one candle all the way back down. But right now we're breaking new highs and it's looking really good.
Damn, good shit, dude.
Still looking for a couple of these big weights to get over their yesterday highs if we're going to keep going up. Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. I'd like to see Apple get going. The J&J is helping out. Looks like your boy Joe pretty much took the same trade I took on SPY with a little bit earlier entry. Good stuff, man. DMing me the chart. I like it.
That's my boy Isaiah.
Good stuff, WAG. Taking a nice little Amazon with the runner still open. Okay.
I just look back at chat. First message I see is Tobias saying, I am printing.
I hope you took some profits into that pop, Tobias, because that was just another nice little pop that got rejected pretty hard. So I don't like to see that. The more times we see it pop and reject, the more likely it's going to come down. And if all these bigger weights start rejecting their yesterday highs plus slash the levels they're against, Tesla the midpoint, same thing with Apple, could be not look good for SPY. Apple the biggest weight, not being up too much at all, having a really hard time. I am printing.
I need a Tobias meme where it just says I am printing in all caps.
I like Jonathan's mention on Meta because it is holding up very well compared to the market. So if we do get more continuation on SPY and Meta gets some volume over that yesterday high, you could put your stop loss at yesterday high and see what it runs. There you go, Tobias. Good stuff, bud. Now, don't give any profit backs on the day. You already made a really great trade on a very volatile day. There ain't no reason to give any profits back. I'm not trading again. There's probably going to be 20 other opportunities today. I'm just going to let them cruise on past me because I already made my daily goal. Netflix starting to get going a little bit. User in a better position than SPY so far. Amazon trying to hold up Microsoft. We are still about a minute 30 from our next 10-minute candle. Instead of this is Sparta, I'm printing money. That's
I am printing. Kick.
having a hard time with this yesterday low with another wick. Most of the big tickers have not got over any bigger levels. We're still just waiting. So far, we've just had a pretty nice retest.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. So we need to get that soundboard, Josh. I'm telling you. Some bing bongs with some air horns. Bum, 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 bum.
Pretty good rejection of previous day supply or previous day demand so far. We're trying to see if it's still demand or not, really. Slowly rejecting that area right now. If we get a break under the 9 EMA and 386.20s, you could be seeing the push down that breaks today's open. If not, then we could see a good hold, make a higher low, and try to push through this previous day low.
Got our next 10-minute candle opening right under this yesterday low. Apple's still pretty tight range. Same with Tesla.
Let's see how strong 387 is. Coin at 65 level. Good call out, Mike. Yo, good job, Mel. 260%. Round of applause for Mel, everybody. Still getting a continued rejection of that previous day low. I bet that looked really good on the one or 3 minute. Yeah, I did. High, then lower high. Rejected. So clean. Just gonna zoom in now. We know that's the previous day low.
Microsoft's getting towards pre-market high. Is that gonna pop? Nvidia's still trying to hold up a little bit over pre-market low. You swing those contracts, Mel, I assume? That's
Yeah,
pretty dope.
I think he swung a runner.
That's sweet.
I want to eat. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I should have ate something after the gym this morning. I'm getting kind of hungry. Microsoft popping yesterday, pre-market high. Not really great volume yet. Still plenty of time in this 10-minute candle, though. See if that's going to hold up there or get it rejected. Meta's rejecting off that pre-market yesterday high. Same with Google, Apple. Looks like Microsoft's the only one really getting a good pop.
I was just about to say Microsoft's popping.
Yeah, I can't, on any of my charts, I don't see anything else that's popping. Like, well, UNH has got a little green, but yeah. Microsoft's definitely clear leader on the big guys right now.
All the comms pulled back. Netflix, probably the stronger one now. Yeah, Netflix is the only green comm stock. Tesla, Amazon pulled back. Nvidia is at pre-market low in previous day open, Devin. AMD broke previous day close, sitting above today's open in 8670. 8670 could be seen as a good short-term break below level. And yeah, Microsoft all on its own. Even Apple pulled back.
Yeah, if Apple or not Apple, but Microsoft rejects before the end of this 10-minute candle, it might not be very good.
Yeah, it's gonna be bloody if Microsoft pulls back the next few minutes.
XOM's at its pre-market low as stuff's starting to creep back. Berkby's towards this previous intraday low, coming down. JPM at pre-market low. UNH slowly trying to grind up. J&J, Netflix just a slight green on a couple things as Microsoft is picking up a run here. Over pre-market high, we've already had over $1 push, so it's really picking up on this 10-minute candle on Microsoft. See if that's going to help Apple and a couple other things, and this could help get SPY over this previous intraday high and midpoint. But until then, I don't know what Microsoft's doing. It's just going. Not with the rest of the market. Yeah, the 10-minute on SPYs, the 9's starting to come up and catch up with the candle, so we potentially could get a reaction here either way. Break down under the 9 or push up off the 9.
Bless up. Where's your water at? There's my water.
I got a gallon of half and half sweet tea and lemonade. Spot coming down some more now, slightly increasing volume on the short-term time frame. See if that's going to increase it to a bigger time frame. Meta rejecting some more with Google. XOM coming down a little bit under pre-market low. See if it takes out that previous intraday low. Microsoft starting to come down towards that pre-market high. And it looks all the way down under pre-market high. That could be help bringing SPY down. Nvidia right at that pre-market low, wicking off. Berk B made a new intraday low, but wicked right after.
Now, everybody who's been paying attention to all my supply and demand breakdowns, if this was demand yesterday, right? This is previous day low demand. What is it now? What are we calling this blue area now that we've gotten a rejection? What is this now called? Somebody please answer this correctly. Just to show me that y'all are listening, please. Yes, 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 you bunch of nerds, yes. I love you all.
Leland.
Inverted demand, yes, that was the best answer. Yes, it's supply. Blue box, perfect. Resistance, exactly. Supply, resistance. I accept both. Supply. Good job, nerds. I love you all. Alright, really glad to see you guys answer that correctly, because y'all are worrying me there.
Got about 1:40 on this 10-minute candle, so see if it's going to come down to the low, and it could potentially begin increasing seller volume on this candle. So we're going to see how this candle finishes up. See if we get a wick here at the end. But if not, looking like a pretty good rejection of that yesterday low. The only thing I'd like to see is some of our bigger tickers start picking a direction to the downside, because right now quite a few of them are still just trying to hold up in a range. Apple, Google, Amazon, Tesla. So we have no clear decision. Even though SPY is pulling back right now, a lot of the tickers aren't pulling back with it, not giving too much confidence in the move down yet. If you took a short here, where would your stop loss be? If you've already taken a short at the yesterday low, where would your guys' stop loss be, chat? Because you could have definitely took this trade, but where would your stop loss be? I've seen a couple people so far say this previous intraday high, when typically that is a pretty decent stop loss in a lot of situations. But in this particular situation, this yesterday low is going to give you a lot better stop loss closer to your entry. And if we pop yesterday low, the chances of us popping this previous intraday high at midpoint are probably pretty high. So I would keep your stop loss closer towards that opening price / yesterday low to keep you closer to break even on your contracts. Because if you let it pop to that previous intraday high, IV and momentum in your contracts are really going to get squished out, and you're going to end up selling for a way bigger loss than you planned. So keeping that tighter stop loss will help keep some of that from happening to you. So far, this next 10-minute candle is trying to push lower. Microsoft hanging right on top of that pre-market high. Apple creeping down to the previous intraday low.
So my friend, who is pretty big into finance, the whole SVB situation, apparently their board of directors and high management will probably get sued to the ground due to the level of incompetence that led to them making that portfolio. But fun fact, just kind of fucked up at the same. It's more of a fucked up fact than fun fact. Frank from Dodd-Frank sat on their board of directors, and if you don't know who that is, he created the regulation for banks. So that means he, of all people, was sitting there on their board, very aware of what they were doing, and it still went by. That is crazy. That just shows you how effed our system truly is. Man, that's crazy.
Right now, SPY's battling around the 9, trying to come down still. Microsoft still trying to hold pre-market high and push up. Apple creeping lower, Amazon creeping lower, BERT creeping lower. NVIDIA breaking pre-market low, yesterday low right underneath. Netflix has got quite a few wicks off this yesterday high area. If it starts coming down, that could be a nice short.
It's also crazy they hired a guy from Lehman. Yeah, literally. And the SEV CFO is old Lehman exec. Yeah. It just shows you how screwed things really are. You got people who are supposed to be regulating this shit, helping out pure thieves on the highest of levels too. Like bank robbers back in the day couldn't imagine seeing what these people see, these executives, and it's just nuts. Really good volume on this candle.
Netflix finally trying to get up, breaking that previous intraday high at yesterday high. Microsoft making a new high at day. Apple still trying to hold support. Amazon still holds support. So even though we've had the pullback on SPY, like I mentioned not too long ago, none of our big weights have really started selling off hard. And they've just held support, and some of them are now making the move higher, helping out SPY, so we could potentially retest and come back up and break that previous intraday high midpoint still until we see some of these big weights reject. Netflix popping yesterday high. See if that's going to confirm with some volume. Meta, Google coming back up. Tesla and Amazon coming up a little bit. See if we're going to get some steam here. Short-term volumes coming in. Needed to convert over to the big time frame. Still got 5 minutes on this candle, so it's possible. Let's wait and see.
That was a very impressive candle, though. That's the second largest volume on the day, and they made a piercing line back above today's open on its previous candle here. Very, very strong bullish reaction. That might as well send you back to make at least a lower high or a high of day double top. That's how strong that is. If they don't just, again, completely flush us through to the bottom side. Still no break on SPY.
Juice out of there. Netflix still pushing higher.
Almost like this was intentional. Yeah. Gotta love it.
We're popping that yesterday low again. See if we get that previous intraday high coming up pretty fast. 10 minutes getting a lot of volume with still over 2 minutes left. So it looks like we could get an increase in buyer volume candle potentially here. Still got a little time for bears to show up. So we got to wait and see. But Google, Tesla, Amazon, Meta all working up a little bit. Microsoft still trying to hold up there.
There they go. They pretty much made the double top. Pretty significant buyer candle, just indicating that to me that they at least want to test this. I don't know that they want to surpass that, though. It at least just gives you some confidence that they at least want to test that high of day. A guy's name is Spy Rewind. How cool. Almost matching that volume on a not as bullish looking candle as the previous candle. Very large wick on the top side, indicating possible sellers stepping in towards the end of that 5-minute candle. Less than 45 seconds on that candle. Second largest volume of the day.
New 10-minute candle. Ten-minute candle is back above the 9.
WAL keeps halting. Good mention. The sentiment shift has been driven by reports that Credit Suisse's largest shareholder, Saudi National Bank, said it cannot offer further help, which stoked larger losses in European bank stocks. In addition, the BlackRock CEO Larry Fink highlighted in his annual letter the potential for a liquidity crunch. The S&P 500 financial sector is down 3.1% amid broad selling efforts. They're actually down just under 3% now. The defensive-oriented consumer staples and utilities sit atop the leaderboard with the slimmest losses. The 2-year note yield is down 45 basis points to 3.76%, and the 10-year note yield is down 23 basis points to 3.40%. Business inventories fell 0.1% in January, following a 0.3 increase in December, so that slowed down. The housing market index rose to 44. The consensus was 42, and it was 42 in February. Alright, cool.
I wonder if the halt rule's been working on all these halts that have been going on. Need to go back and look.
Potential heavy seller coming in if they cannot make this new high pretty soon. That's a pretty good amount of volume against high of day. If they cannot make this new high of day, this is going to continue to look a lot more bearish. They need to take out today's open, though. Today's low. That's kind of a new area they need to break to even make it to the pre-market low. And then we'll see if they want to take things lower or not, or keep us in range. Oh my god, Nox just going insane. No, Noxton, not towards the light. I'm gonna message Marinte something. I have an idea.
Seeing some red candles coming in. Microsoft coming down a little bit. Google, Amazon, Apple, not all picking up speed. So we get this high volume rejection here. Could be setting up. Just need these bigger weights to really pick a direction. Nvidia is at that yesterday pre-market low still.
I am one with the light. Breaking the 9 EMA again. If you got to the 10-minute, we broke it once, recovered it, testing it again. 10-minute, very close to wanting to break it. 5-minute, already broken. Come on, Devin.
You talking about? Still waiting on the 10-minute chart a little bit, but yeah, we're seeing some stuff come down. Apple's near that previous intraday low. Microsoft's coming back to pre-market high, yesterday high, so if that starts breaking down with Apple, that's really going to hurt SPY. Netflix rejected, trying to hold pre-market high. Yeah, need to be able to smash it at 9 EMA, right? Get some volume. The last one had it. We're just
Buyers stepping in. We are getting a nice move as they try to defend today's open still. They broke it for a little bit there, trying to hold under. Got a good push back up just now defending it. So now we'll see if buyers want to try and retest this high of day again. Are they going to reject it again, keep us in this tiny, tiny, tiny range? Where are they wanting to push us? Seems to be not enough optimism to push us back through after the heavy dip today. Kind of just want to do a fib from previous day close to the low of pre-market. Now we're perfectly rejecting that halfway. I was just curious, just information-wise, from where we were to where we fell to, where have we pulled back to? We've just basically made it to the halfway point of that drop. Rejected it, made a lower high from it, and now we're trying to break the 90 and made to the downside. Not looking hot for bulls. Trying to break 90 EMA on the 10-minute yet again. 30 seconds before that candle closes on the 10-minute. Getting a nice wick up now. They're going to go green on it. Damn, they took it green. 15 seconds left. They're really going to keep us in range.
They're really bad on here still. And, you know, stuff started pulling back a little bit, but still hasn't really broke out of range on the big tickers. Meta and Google, Tesla still holding up pretty well. Amazon had a little retest, and it came up on this 10-minute candle and held again. So really just looking to try to break out of this range.
Thank you guys for over 100 likes just now. I appreciate that. I was very happy with y'all today because, again, we had over 150 people in the middle of pre-market prep. That's amazing. A lot of you guys are ready to kick some ass. A lot of you guys are wanting to be prepared. Trade with awareness.
And there was a bunch of people here before the stream was even posted. It means they're ready.
Yeah, for real. Today I tested something. I started the stream without promoting it yet, like in Discord or Twitter yet. I just waited. There was like 10 plus people that joined instantly and like were pretty active. That was pretty cool. Now I know who the realest ones are. But yeah, that was pretty funny. A lot of you guys have been really awesome, to be honest. I was not expecting so much amazing support. A lot of you guys full send support me, and I love it. Thank you. Regardless of paying for memberships or not, a lot of you guys, even the free guys, have been super awesome. Helping drop likes on videos, showing up, engaging with everybody, asking questions, answering questions. Definitely means a lot. That's really my favorite part, is just the whole community part of it. Like everybody working together, making sure everybody gets to the right answer a lot faster, while also giving people time for understanding. You know, it feels the best. It's just awesome when I can just randomly, like, let's say I took the day off. I should be able to take the day off and instantly see any of you guys helping each other out. And I can. I do it every single day. Every single day I see you guys posting amazing charts, questions, answering other people's questions. Yeah, it's crazy how much strength and community, just power in the community we have. I don't really know how I'm trying to say, but it's crazy. It's so powerful. Free guy. Yeah, I didn't know how to say it. You can't take a day off, exactly. I changed the way I chart my levels based on your emerging candle method. Has helped my confidence in my levels big time. Totally objective now. Love to hear it, Spy Rewind. Yo, chill, sinful. Over here typing Twitch commands. Yeah, they're not cool like Twitch. They don't have the chat commands. Been learning so much here. Very happy to hear that. What's up, Gary? No, you didn't miss much, man. We were just talking about. I was just giving credit to the community. Because again, like I've said this a million times before, like it's not. This community is not great because of me or one single person. It's great because of the collective, everybody combined. It's not great by just one person. And if you are in a community that feels good because of one person leading it, like it's not really a community. You're just following somebody. But he was saying how awesome we are. Exactly. In summary, yes, that is what I was saying. Still looking for that 10-minute break. I do like this lower high though. Sets up shorts for a lot better position to the downside. Actually, I think you just got the break. Oh no, we have a few more minutes, my bad. You have 5 more minutes on that candle. Nvidia breaking very strong support. If they cannot get back over this blue area, look to jump into shorts, the stop loss in that general vicinity. Also watching SPY just for kind of double confirmation outside of that. I don't know if I'd call it bull flagging. You do have a good push, and you do have it kind of holding a good percentage of that push, but you got to also look at the collective information, you know, as a whole. All we've done is reject previous day low. So I don't know if I'd sit there and call that a bull flag. If you're sitting here staring at it like this, you'll probably be like, oh, that's a bull flag. But when you zoom it out, it's like, oh, hold up. We just rejected something pretty big. So you could say it's trying to hold a good retracement of its pop from the lower part of its pre-market. I would agree with that. But when you open up the chart, it's like, hold up.
Apple slowly creeping down with Amazon, Tesla.
Microsoft finally slowed down too. I like Nvidia puts a lot. The only thing I don't like is SPY not really moving a whole lot.
And the cool thing about the Microsoft chart is on the 10-minute, now we have the 9 lining up with our pre-market high. So now if it breaks the 9 and confirms, it's looking real good for a short. I see Burak on the trade floor kind of beating himself up for maybe not taking a trade yet today, but man, it's been a rough day so far. If people have been blessed enough to scalp the market already this morning and get away with some profits, it's because they executed on a trade plan. Because there's been no clear direction. All you can do is scalp a 10-minute candle. One candle is green, the next candle is red, and the next candle is green. So there's not really a clear direction yet. The bigger move's still to come. If it happens today, it might not happen until tomorrow or the next day. But you can't beat yourself up, man. Cash is a position in the market, and I think too many people forget to talk about like no trade days are an okay thing. You don't have to trade every day. So what if you don't trade 2 days in a row because you don't see anything? You don't have to trade every day.
Except
Like,
Leland. Leland has to trade every day. He has to. It's in his
yeah,
contract.
because, well, no, because he's a stem junkie. He's all jacked up on the Red Bull and freaking jittering around from the charts.
The only thing he reacts to is Wagyu. Thank
He's
God he
got
eats
that.
that. Whew.
He got those special Wagyu too, where they've been injecting the Red Bull into their bloodstream. So he's even got the Red Bull Wagyu.
Jesus. Red Bull fed Wagyu cows? Jesus. I've never thought about that.
That is something that I don't understand. Like people ingest all that caffeine and they're like, "Oh, you don't take caffeine." I'm like, "Bro, if I took half the caffeine that you took, my hands would be shaking."
My heart would be pumping.
Right, I'd be feel like I'm having a heart attack.
I think I had my first soda yesterday, like, of the year. It was like a Sprite. I just don't mess with soda like I used to. Mm. You typically drink 600 milligrams a day. Legend.
Dude, that's a lot.
The living epitome of a walking around heart attack. Love it. Honestly, yeah, you sure
Pre-workout,
built Diffie.
pre-workouts and drinks back in the day used to have like 80 to like 120 milligrams a scoop. Now they have like 250 a scoop or a drink. 2 scoops, 500 milligrams of pre-workout. I think Jekyll and Hyde might be like 680. And like I'm looking at that and I'm like, what?
Pre-workout be hidden. They
Oh
put
yeah,
all the
sugar's bad too. And I didn't even realize this that blending up your smoothies and stuff makes your body digest it a different way, and that spikes your blood sugar differently than if you just eat the fruit. So if you're like, eat or doing fruit in your meals, you shouldn't blend it up because that gives you a more insulin response versus that if you eat it as a whole fruit.
all right. 10-minute 9 EMA broke. I think you're about to get a really big drop here very soon if we do not get back over this area right here. I'm just gonna leave my cursor there.
Yeah, a lot of these big tickers are forming some pretty tight ranges. Google, Tesla, Meta, Apple overall, even though we're at the bottom side of the range. Monk fruit sweetener. Hmm. What's that taste like? I've never seen that. Monk fruit sweetener. It's all fiber. They'll just eat straight yogurt. Hmm. I have to see if I can pick that up and try it out. I'm always trying to get more fiber in my diet. And have a sweetener with high in fiber would be pretty cool. Waiting on this breakout still here. Tesla having a hard time coming down back to 180 previous intraday area. See if it can break out and go towards 178.80. Apple still slightly pushing down.
I just took a quick SPX scalp.
There it is. Took that rejection.
Yeah, I just took rejection of that candle as it was popping above 386.20, and I took it back down to low of this candle. 2 contracts, $120. Nothing crazy. All I've seen so far are small rejection plays today, and every time when I look at the SPX chain, it's a pretty good amount of gains, but it's very quick and short-lived. If you're not in and out quick, you're screwed.
Looks like Nvidia's battling that pre-market yesterday low still. JPM right under pre-market low. BurtB near low a day. Microsoft still battling up here. Amazon creeping down. Apple still having a hard time.
I still like this for downside, guys, if it doesn't hold this area. It's still rejecting it. A flush under 385.50s is still possible here. There she is, actually. There she blows. Let's go. Quick scalp profits. Let's go. Don't be greedy, guys.
$385 just touched and wicked as Apple's near that pre-market low yesterday low. Amazon has came down more with Tesla. Microsoft's still battling up here as Apple's coming down, so see if it's going to break through those levels. Google coming back a little bit. Netflix still trying to hold up. There you go, Big Lou, 20%. Okay. So far, the 30 minutes just been throwing indecision candles with wicks to the top side.
It goes breaking lower highs, higher low. Be there cutting that scalp vid as we speak. Nah. I go record those after, just because It's not about like seeing it live that I want to present to people. It's the whole point of like, why did I like it? Why did I enter? Why did I exit? What was my thought process? How did I feel? That kind of thing. But yeah, episode 8 should be out today.
The video breaking down under that yesterday low, so he was going to confirm. UNH trying to break under pre-market high. JPM moving lower with Berg B.
You also still have the hold under the 10-minute and the 5-minute still looking top heavy. They're still rejecting. Still looks like it wants to move down lower. We've not seen any retake above today's open still.
You got about 30 seconds on this 10-minute candle.
Pretty nice volume on these past few candles too. Let's see if bulls want to step in and retake over today's open, or if we're going to continue rejecting and possibly move lower towards the lower part of pre-market and maybe retest that pre-market low. Wait, I'm trying to read this. It says, hey, was watching some videos and saw an interesting statement. When trying to decide who has control in the current day or following days, the statement said to discover who is currently holding control, you only need to look at the past 4 bars until proven otherwise. Is this something you've been... What? The past 4 bars. Oh, okay. Alright, we're just trying to see if SPY is going to continue moving lower as anticipated. We are looking to get a new low of day here. go see what our weights are doing. Apple's at previous day low and pre-market low area. Keep an eye on that. That's king of the market. Even though Microsoft pulled back, they didn't break anything significant. They held pre-market high and are still holding over previous day high and close. Nvidia trying to pop back up into previous day open as well as previous day demand. If they can get over 236s, they can look good for buyers. Being one of the few bullish charts. Tesla broke lower. Moving pretty nice under 179.50, which is the break below. Meta still in range, surprisingly. What's Google doing? Okay, yeah, so Google's the weakest one, but they're all kind of doing the same thing in that comm sector. Just at different parts of their chart. Good call out Noxta, good call out Boo Boo. Good call out Mike. New low of down SPY. There you guys go. If you guys took any shorts with any of my mentions or ideas as we were retesting and moving lower on the 10 and the 5 minute, I would start to take some profits just because you are getting to the lower part of pre-market and we don't have any confirmation that we are going to move lower. So the best thing you can do is try to take profit at the lowest part of the chart that you are aware of, which is kind of in this general vicinity, kind of between these supports here and these supports here, which we're very close to that. So that's my only reason why I say that. Just for short-term people who are taking scalps or taking short-term profits, this is where I would do it. Just because you have no confirmation to either side. We've already taken a pretty nice size move to the downside. We had one small pop, and since then we've just been getting rejections to the downside. And this might be one of those days like yesterday, to be honest, where we're up here for a while, and it just takes rejecting enough times and breaking under the 10 and 5 minute EMAs to bring us down heavier. So that might take a lot of rejections. As you can see, it didn't just come straight down. There was a lot of buyers in between here during lunchtime. So before getting the single direction drop, you might have to wait for this kind of price action again. So try not to sit in options that are getting eaten up really fast today. Either way, though, hope you guys can... Or I hope you did take advantage of any of the trades taken on SPY on that single drop. Just kind of answering questions now, looking at people's responses in chat. Nvidia popping. Very nice.
George, that's dark pool flow. So somebody's agreeing to buy shares for more than market value on the dark pool.
Carl, like you have 35 on this side, 35 on that side? Is that what you're saying 70 wide for? Is that what you mean by that? Because I know what a condor is, but are you saying you spread 35 here, 35 here? Okay, cool. That makes more sense. Makes sense. That was actually the first spread I ever learned about, because I learned you could make money on stocks moving to the right, and I was like, what? No way. And that was the first spread I learned, was an iron condor. It's kind of like setting a net around price, that you don't want price to leave that net in a certain amount of time, and you make money off of theta. You make money on price moving to the right. You make money on what most option traders complain about. So I always thought that was the coolest spread ever. It's just also very complex. You have to buy a call, sell a call, buy a put, and sell a put, just to basically make it a net. That is one of the few option spreads I truly understand. Spreads are still kind of a fog for me, but some of the basics and then the iron condor I definitely have locked down. I'd say some of the math is a little rough too. A lot of numbers, but that was the coolest spread I ever learned about. It was crazy. You could just make money on something doing nothing. That just blows my mind.
Microsoft's still holding, trying to push up off the 9 and pre-market high. Yeah, dark pool does sound kind of sketchy, and I understand like what it is and how they do it, and typically they try to get most of the orders on the beginning of the market or order market or at the end of market, but they do have to print them on the time and sales at some point. So typically you see the heavy prints on that at like the beginning of the market and the end of the market, right at open and close. But my thing is what I completely don't understand because it's kind of, I don't know, up to interpretation, but I could have a bunch of spy shares and you could have a bunch of cows in another country, right? And we can agree, you can give me those cows and I give you spy shares and we just do a dark pool order and does it in exchange that way. So it's like no actual cash exchange for equity shares, but I just gave you whatever item it might be. If that's really how it works, that's pretty wild.
Oh no, that's true. For profit, that is true. Not sizing properly. Plus, if you don't understand it, then you jump into the trade. It's like, wait, how do I close this?
Amazon coming coming down some more. XOM trying to come more under the pre-market low while Apple's battling pre-market low yesterday areas. Spies coming down some more. Tesla helping it out. Coming down closer towards that pre-market low.
Hey, Bueller, got chopped pretty bad on SPY, range really tight. Any tips for days like this? Just know that we aren't in a bull or a bear market. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. We are in a news market. So whenever there is news, you have to expect there to be more expensive contracts, which means juiced up IV, implied volatility. That's what IV stands for. So you can expect a lot of extra volatility on not just your stocks, but the options chain themselves. So that's going to make it, one, harder to trade from the options chain's point of view. Two, find you a system. Today, and I've pointed out what trade I took today, and the only trade I've really seen today was that we pulled up to previous day demand, turned it into supply by, one, rejecting it, two, making the higher low rejection. And the only confirmation we've really made that I liked to the downside today was when we broke the 10-minute EMA the second time. Broke the 10-minute EMA, broke today's open, and then since then we've got an indecisive candle that rejected, and then a continuation down. This is the only trade I've seen today that I personally think was catchable from a passive standpoint. Everything else was quick scalps, quick rejection, quick in, quick out. First 15 minutes of the day was our first good pop. And then after that, all we've gotten is a high of day and a lower high of day, and then a good breakdown under the 10-minute 9 EMA, which is actually something I broke down beforehand, just so people were a little bit aware, because I do believe that's going to be your only passive trade for a little bit until we either break this new low or until we build some base and produce a better buy the dip potential signal. On days like this, though, when you know there is news today, and honestly, this whole week and all of next week is going to be pretty crazy. The only calm week that you were going to get was the first week of March. But honestly, on news days and news weeks, try to trade less, trade lighter, focus more. I really would make that a rule. And I know that sucks because right now we're in a news-driven market, so you are going to experience multitudes of days where you're just sitting here not taking trades due to your own comfortability levels. But trust me, it is far better to take more mental trades during these choppy days while you're learning than putting out real money and putting out real trades and losing all of your money and also not learning anything while in the shittiest market conditions, when you could be learning during the shittiest market conditions to build yourself up for when conditions get a little bit better and you start to not have these weeks where every day is full of news or every week is full of something. Yeah, news is cringe, especially because swings are my lover. Dude, facts. I love swing trading, but it's almost forced me to even start just scalp trading lately. Just because it's like, damn. You've been getting totally railed this week. Sorry to hear that. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. I just realized we had a bunch of people join in just now. I don't know where you're all coming from, but I'm glad to have you.
Did they get off spaces already?
Oil breaking down. Fill up in a few days on gas. Remember what I said, guys, after we get that 10-minute EMA break, which we got a few moments ago, we will most likely want to try to test the low of day or make it a higher low of day. So far, we have gotten down here as a higher low so far. Kind of like this right here.
We got it's nothing's ever perfect in the stock market, but we have 2 days in a row where if you waited for that confirmation of the candle, it would have saved you from a lot of chop, a lot of entries where you might have got faked out because it pushed back up off the nine. So waiting for that candle confirmation gave you that clear trend. So when you're a beginning trader, that's stuff you can really look out for. If you're not good at recognizing that we wicked 3 times off the yesterday low and got that increasing buyer volume on the short term time frame and take that little scalp, then you look for those more passive signals. Yeah, there you go, Mel. Don't give the market nothing back. Apple's still trying to hold that important level. Microsoft's still trying to hold up. So none of the big techs really just ripping down, telling us we're coming down. Nvidia's still fighting at that yesterday low area.
Wait, I can paste an image here?
Where?
I don't know. I'm gonna get something. Let's just do a bull candlestick. There's no way this is a real thing. It is a real thing. Holy crap. I've never done that. I've never tried to paste an image on this notepad. But you can. Ignore that picture. I actually hate that image. It's so incorrect. It's not even funny. I just had to test something. That's really cool, though. I didn't know that. So wait, can I do a... Let's say I wanted to do a picture from here. Can I do it from here? Like I say, I wanted to save this screenshot of SPY. Could I do it here? Oh my god, I could. Yo, that is awesome.
Microsoft getting up there, about to break out of the bodies of the 10-minute candle, go push previous high day. Amazon coming off the bottom pretty hard.
We did have some stream lag. I didn't even do anything. I was wondering what was going on. It was like pending on my screen.
Those dang YouTube servers.
Those dang kids and their meddling dog. Or like the Courage the Cowardly Dog. You stupid dog, you make me look bad. Boga boga boga. How is everyone in the stream doing? You all good still? We're all still alive?
10 minutes got pretty decent buyer volume with quite a bit time left. Got a little over 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Could potentially get an increase in buyer volume candle here.
Oh, yo, I didn't even notice. Jordan Douglas, welcome to the YouTube channel, man. Very happy to have you on here. I must have not been paying attention when you did that. I apologize. I'm glad to have you on board. Hopefully you're still here hearing what I'm saying. But check out the membership tab of the channel, and there's a ton of videos there for you. Getting pretty close to... Let's just count, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... 21 videos, and today I'll be making a 20-second video for everybody, so definitely check it out. Glad to have you on board, man. And Daffy, thank you for the donation, dropping $4.99 on a, I can't tell, is that a rhino? Somebody tell me. I actually can't tell. What animal is that? I want to say rhino, but then I look at his ears and the way he's running really fast, and it's like, that's no way that's a rhino. Looks like a hippo. Oh, yeah, a hippo, maybe. I could maybe picture a hippo. Have you all ever seen that episode of, I don't even know what show it is. It was like Animal Planet or something. But there was like an episode where it was like, what would you rather see, or who would you think would win, a hippo or a, I can't remember what animal it was. I want to say it was like a big alligator or a crocodile or something, but it was crazy because hippos are scary fast and scary strong. That's all I'm saying, man. Just stay away from hippos. Would you rather get chased down by a hippo or a bear? It's almost like you're versing the same. Almost like you're versing the same animal. A hippo or a bear? What would win? Or what would scare you more, I guess is how I should ask that.
What kind of bear are we talking about, though?
A big ass bear.
Like a grizzly bear or like a brown or black bear? So if it's a brown or black bear, I'm gonna take the bear. I might get one over on him.
I was kind of, when I was thinking bear, I was thinking of the movie Revenant. Have you ever seen that movie?
Oh, so like a big old grizzly. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I'll show anyone what if Revenant bear. I'm not gonna show the scene because that'll definitely get my YouTube channel taken down. This bear is freaking huge. Try not to show a weird revealing image.
I gotta see if I can find the clip, but there's a video of a dude piecing up a bear in his backyard, and it like jumps over the fence after he punches him in the nose, like punches the bear in the nose.
Dude, that bear was sick. I mean, that thing was huge. I would not mess with a bear on any day. No more that I needed to say on that. No more needed to be said. Do not fuck with the bear.
Have you seen the cocaine hippos in Mexico?
Great, we got cocaine bear. Now you're telling me there's cocaine hippos?
No, they're not actually on cocaine, but Pablo Escobar like bought all these hippos back in the day, and they got out. Now there's like this whole big old pack of hippos down in Mexico.
Hey man, he's just trying to populate the earth.
Well, they did say it's actually kind of good because they are going extinct in other areas, and they're thriving down there.
I am Groot. I like how you added panda at the end. I am a woke animal rights activist, and I don't judge bears by their fur color.
Oh man, sinful.
Leonardo won an Oscar for that? Good. That was a good-ass movie. The first time I saw that was on my plane to Colorado. We were on the plane, and I remember I watched that, and I was like, dude, what is this movie? It's like the greatest movie ever. What the hell? And then koala. I see you, Groot. I see you. Respect. Koalas and pandas are looking out for you today, Groot. Hippo would be quicker to death. Bear would eat you while you're still alive, so hippo. Yeah, true. You still haven't seen that movie, Jazz? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. There's not like, it's not like it's one of those movies you watch for like dialogue, like you're gonna get like a billion, you know, conversations. There's actually not that much conversation or dialogue. But it is it's a pretty big visually striking movie is how I would explain that one. That movie's definitely 10 out of 10 though. And it's got Tom Hardy or whatever his name is. Not Tom Hardy. I can't think of his name. Someone help me out. Oh yeah, Tom Hardy. Never mind. I'm not stupid. I got it right. Tom Hardy's in it with Leo. I don't know why that sounded wrong. No, not Cocaine Bear. Revenant.
there was a couple kids I went to high school with. They worked together at the tree service, and they went on a hunting trip. And while they were on the trip, the one got mauled to death by a bear.
Mm.
That's wild. I forgot about that.
Would you still be alive after this, after in the stomach getting eaten by a hippo, or would you die in the bite? I have no. I'm not a doctor. I would assume you die, but we've seen people live through pretty wild things, so I don't know. Short story of today: don't mess with hippos. Don't mess with bears.
You
Hip
know,
hop, hip hop
people
anonymous.
people always run the street with the bulls. That's for fun, but you don't ever see one running for bears for fun.
Yeah, that's a damn fact. Short story of today: I would pay a lot to see a bear versus a hippo. Facts. I would totally pay for that. I don't pay for UFC cards. I will pay for that. Hippos eat watermelons whole. I have seen that video. Simple is woke. He's like pretend woke though, just to piss off people who are actually woke. I think the bear takes the hippo. Bear versus Jake Paul, I'd pay. I would actually watch a Jake Paul event if it was versus a bear. Because if he wins, I can't hate anymore. Pure faux king strength. I like how serious you guys took this conversation with me. I appreciate that. I already forgot how that conversation even stemmed. On Red Dead. My buddy killed a bear and has him stuffed in his house. His claws are like 3 to 6 inches long, like raised. Dude, that is nuts. So your buddy is, you're friends with Chuck Norris? That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Animal Face Off was kind of awesome. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop anonymous? This is bullshit. You give him easy ones. I wipe my own ass. That's a good ass movie. Oh yeah, no, polar bears are the most aggressive. Groot made a little list for us. I'll go back up and read it to you. The list is by tier: polar bear, grizzly bear, brown bear, black bear, panda, and then Groot came back in and said koala at the very end. So we got polar all the way down to koala in our little tier system here. Yeah, we're pretty serious about this list. It went from being scared by hippos to which bear is the most badass, and then it went back to bears versus hippos. I keep trying to say rhinos. Bro, have you heard the noise koalas make? Devilish. No, I haven't. Let's look it up. While we watch Spy reach back to make another lower high. What? Baby koalas yip and squeak to find mom. What? A male koala grunts to attract females. That thing sounds like the evil pigs in Minecraft when you go to the Nether. Yo, that dude is chilling, eating. They crunch on up to a pound of eucalyptus leaves per day. That's actually kind of impressive. Yeah, that second noise is a little scary. Yeah, no, legit, Spy Rewind, that's exactly what the baby koalas sound like when they're calling out to their mom. It does legit sound like those little party blowers you blow on. But the one with the male going for the females, like calling out, that was kind of a scary sound, I won't lie. If that draws in the women for koalas, I don't want to know the noises that koala chicks make.
Spy wicking off that yesterday. Hello again.
I try attracting you by making zombie noises. Just cue up the 24-hour loop of zombie noises. Should hear two koalas fighting. Sounds like demons. I'm almost scared to look now. I guess we can add on to this. The same, it can be done. I thought this was kind of funny. Of course, the one person to answer me is Sinful with his Yeti. Calculator with 69 on in the background because why not? And to say that that was there on accident, no, that was there on purpose. That was an intentional 69 right there. Predicting next CPI. I swear, I told y'all, Sinful is a living, breathing meme. There is not a second where he's not looking to brighten the scene in whatever way, shape, or form his brain knows how. Sounds like my stomach in the morning. Honestly, guys, I bet you that's not even his calculator. We're back just under previous day open on Apple. We're still holding up very nice on Microsoft. AMD got another good reversal. Nvidia's still reversing from when we mentioned that first touch. Since then, they made a double bottom and have gotten back over the 90 EMA. They're most likely over it on the 10 as well. 10 minute. Amazon holding pretty well. Tesla fighting to get back to today's open. Google did really good from their bounce. So did Meta. So did Netflix. So got a bunch of good short-term reversals here so far. Now, can we get back over this lower high? We broke this little trend here. Or trying to, I should say. Can we get over this demand that is now turned supply from previous day lows? Damn, Sinful's DX Max Sun? I didn't know that. Hippos will beat bears. Their bite strength is 1,800 psi. I like how we're still having this conversation. By comparison, a grizzly is 1,200 psi. Also, hippos weigh between 3,300 and 4,000 pounds for males, while grizzlies weigh around 700 pounds. Hippos win easily. Okay, well, Fred Aggs just completely destroyed the conversation We have a selected winner now. Hippos would definitely win. Shark or hippo? Honestly, guys, we're asking the wrong questions here. Same account, who knew? Chat GPT has entered the chat. Oh, dude, good idea.
Use it on Bing because it's got the more updated one.
Yeah, I don't use Bing, sorry. Whoa, we're experiencing exceptionally high demand. Please hang tight as we work on scaling our system. Damn.
Yeah, if you don't pay the 20 a month, that happens during the day.
Yeah, I just have that free shit. I'll probably get the plus if I use it more.
Dude, from Chat GTP 3 to 4, the improvement on all the tests that it took was insane. Because it's got like visual and some other like parts into it.
I like how it said it gave me the parent answer, and then it was like, however, if we were to hypothetically consider a confrontation between the two, it would depend on several factors such as the size of the animals, the environment in which they are fighting, and their respective abilities. In general, sharks are formidable predators with sharp teeth, powerful jaws, and the ability to swim quickly in the water. However, hippos are also incredibly strong and have large, powerful jaws with sharp teeth. They are also very territorial and can be quite aggressive when provoked. If a large... Hold up, before I read this, I would like to think a shark would win, because if we're in deep waters, that hippo's dead. If we're in short waters or something, like shallow, this hippo has a chance. If a large hippo were to encounter a shark... Yeah, see? It makes the point instantly. To encounter a shark in a river or a lake, it is possible that the hippo could use its size and strength to fend off the shark and even inflict serious damage. However, if the fight were to take place in the ocean, the shark would likely have the advantage due to its superior swimming abilities. Overall, it is difficult to predict who would win in a hypothetical fight between a hippo and a shark, as there are many variables to consider. However, it is safe to say that both animals are powerful and dangerous in their own right, and it is best for them to remain in their natural... Yeah, I would like to... I agree with that, chat. As if about a... Oh! Hold up. Yo! What? I broke it. Yo, it answered me. Just because I said but. All I said was but and took a second to like think. Yeah, we're not actually going to go get a shark and attach a laser to its head. We're just joking. Right, guys? Bueller streams. Trading advice and Animal Planet combined. Dude, really. It really is. You might even turn it into a weather station. Sea Life Gladiator Wars. Best lasers on Amazon. Like give it the whole description of like setting up this fight. Like how can I order a hippo? How can I order a shark? Where can I get the best laser on Amazon? That's hilarious. All right, so we are still getting a lower high. Back to business, ladies and gentlemen. We are making another lower high so far at that previous day low. Demand area, again, we've gotten this blue area by combining the previous day low to the high of the last red candle. Before this reversal, that creates an area of demand. Today, we broke under it, rejected it, now it's supply. So this should be a heavy seller area until proven otherwise. So we need to see a push over and a hold on top to remake this demand, to make that buyer area again. Batteries not included. Alexa, how much do hippos sell for? Look, I tried stopping this conversation. Y'all kept going. Africa's deadliest land animal, hippo. We are making another lower high just to like how hippos are making a lower high on the food chain after fighting a shark. Okay. Okay. Other chats. What do y'all do when y'all are bored? Oh, we talk about stocks. My chat. What do y'all do when y'all are bored? Well, when we're not looking at stocks, we're talking about animals fighting each other. It's okay, Fred Eggs. I'm having fun, man. Plus, we're not really doing anything on spot today, or right now. Creating a lower high. The only trade people could look out for right now are potential puts here, with a stop loss very closely above. But again, you're just kind of randomly grabbing the top, so it's not that passive of a trade. It's more entertaining than SPY today. Facts. Or quoting movies. Yeah, there you go. We do like to quote movies in here. Which, if my friend Harrison didn't have a regular person job and I could just like shove him in a cage and just bring him into the streams here and there, he would be the perfect person to have on here for random movie quotes. Y'all would laugh y'all's ass off if y'all heard him. What animal would lose every battle? Ooh, there we go. That's a good question. Dude, in my head, I'm not gonna lie, my head went straight to Sid the Sloth, like from Ice Age, and it actually said sloths.
SPY getting a peek over that yesterday low. See if we're going to take this previous intraday high out.
Okay, y'all said sloth as well. I wasn't asking you to tell me good looks. I was telling you good looks, chat. Okay. Let's look through some trade reviews. So Amazon scalp today. So you got 11 over 122. You got just under 10%. It's like 8 or 9%. 7.5. All right, so he liked the pop, so he took his fib from his high to his low. He liked that it came down, held the halfway point, or the golden pocket, came back up, bought in as it held above it, and then sold as it pushed towards its high. Very nice scalp. Very, very nice. DX Mac. Good job, Mel. 372%. Mental trade. Meta. Amazing job, Jazz. I love when I see these mental trade posts. Entered with one put contract at 193.30, stop loss at 194.45, and target at 191.45. I sat on my hands to keep me for selling when I saw an increase in buyer's volume, but when I saw long wicks in addition, I saw an increase in seller volume. Evening star and Meta making new higher lows to keep me in this trade. Alright, I like how you did this too. Like, you didn't even need this, but I like that you added it because it kind of adds on to more story of the chart, what kind of happened since then. Stop loss. Entry for puts. Stop loss is way up here, which I guess your stop loss could have been moved a little bit lower. I think that's something I could criticize is maybe a lower stop loss, but I do like that you at least have one marked and you're aware of it at least. But entry for puts, buyers starting to show strength. I'm seeing an evening star pattern and a new lower high and increase your seller volume. Oh wow, you held through that. Beautiful job. Okay. I was gonna say my stop loss probably been pretty close to this area here, but even then. Looks like you had good wicks above to give you some confidence sellers were still here. And they took it back down lower. held through another lower high as it kind of consolidated a little bit and then pushed down lower. Amazing job, Jazz. That was a beautiful trade review. That deserves a fire. Mental trade SPY 17% bought in at candle close rejection of current day open. Good job using the abbreviations. With slightly less volume and target top of demand zone, overall bear sentiment lower highs helped clear this move up. Okay, so you actually took pretty close to the trade I took on SPX. I bought in during this candle, like towards the end of it, and then played the move down on this candle. It looks like you played right after me. You like that it kind of rejected halfway of that candle and continued lower. Great job, Satchmo. Beautiful work. And then another mental trade. Good job on these guys. Leading by example. I'm very happy to see more and more of these mental trades because this is what it takes to make more trades that not just make you feel better, but something to be proud of. You can't be proud of taking good trades if all you do is take normal trades and you have some really big losses in between. But if you take more mental trades and then you get back to your live trading and you see yourself consistently winning a little bit more, then that's something to be very proud of and to reflect back on. But I would take as many mental trades as I could, and it honestly erases most emotional problems, most technical problems is mental trading. You know, you're still going to make mistakes, you're still going to lose, you know, here and there, but it shouldn't be your entire thing. It shouldn't encompass you. But I thought I'd post a quick mental scalp I took. I do these much more than I actually trade. I love that he just said that. I actually mark them up like this while I'm in the trade too. That keeps me accountable for the results, and I have to calculate them. I almost took this, but I'm already past my daily target, so this wasn't going to be worth the risk given today's wicks. Simple entry off retest of the breakup. Set the take profits at the next two levels for 10% on half and 26% on the other half. No runners on a day like today. I don't blame him. But let's see what he did. So he liked this little wedge SPY had as it broke up, came back down. He got in after the doji, the next candle after the doji. Took some at the high of the day, which is very smart because it has to be your first target. He liked that it continued holding, and then as it pushed again, he sold at the last lower high. The previous lower high before this move was inside of the trend still, and he sold there. Beautiful take profit spots by username there. Very, very clean example. I also like how he shared his contract so you could see what he was going for there. Very, very cool. VIX and a cup and handle. NASDAQ SPY look like double top. It's not a thing until it's a thing, though. I agree with that. All right. Just thought we'd look at some trade reviews, see what everybody had been posting so far today. Good job, though, guys. Again, I'm very happy to see that because a lot of people get into trading and they think, oh, I have to take more trades to get better. It's like, no, you need to mental trade more, and then you can start to get into that. Also, everyone always thinks like, yeah, but it doesn't give me that same feeling. It's like, it's not about the feeling. It's about getting better. Right now, it's like when you go practice basketball. Like, you don't just, to practice basketball, you're not Allen Iverson. You're not just going to go jump into basketball games and just start playing instantly. No, you're probably going to practice a little bit, whether that's with your friends or just shooting on the court by yourself, whatever. You can apply this with anything in life, really, any sport too. But you have to visualize and mentally practice what you want to do, what you want to try to do, what you want to make yourself aware of. Like when you enter a trade, it's not as easy as just buying and selling. There's a whole lot more. But this is what everyone's always like, I wish I didn't have this emotion, or I wish I didn't have this, or I wish I would just quit making this mistake. Well, then stop. Practice more, mental trade more over time, and through that process of continuously reviewing the chart, mentally trading, visualizing, through that process every single day, every single week, you are going to give yourself that strength or that numbness to those emotions that you need to make these bigger trades or these better trades that you so want. So give yourself time, routine, and process. A lot of discipline mixed in between that. You have the keys. You have the system, the process, the levels, how to get levels, how to trade between those levels. Now it's about reviewing them as much as you possibly can. That's the step a lot of you guys are on right now. Honestly, every single one of us are on it. I'm on it right now. Everyone's on that. You know, you might be taking real trades here and there, but you're still more concerned on the learning part of it. Green candlestick trying to revive that conversation. Baby alligators sound like lasers. What? Oh, God.
Knox, to get over that gambling addiction, you just got to gamble in other aspects in your life. Just start going to the gym, randomly throw a bunch of weight on the bar, and just get under it and take a chance and hope that you can move it. It works out about the same as it does the stock market. You take that rejection of that previous high amount.
Or get married and have kids. That's a pretty good one. Make sure you don't have someone to spot you.
Yeah, that's where you get all the thrill from.
Oh, Anomaly. I think I do know what y'all are talking about now that you said it like that. I think I have seen that. Make sure you don't have some. I like that. That was pretty funny. Don't have someone to spot you. Really make yourself have that thrill.
Yeah, real good thrill. I might die today.
Yeah. All right, Devin. I'll be right back.
All right, but there's been a couple times where I've worked out at like different gyms that weren't like my usual gym. And back in my powerlifting, like when I was hardcore into powerlifting, we used to just travel around the gyms. And I'd start warming up bench press, and there was always guys that would try to keep up. And I would literally just put a plate on at a time until I get to 5 plates on each side. And about after the fourth plate, they're still trying to keep up. Then you just watch them drop it straight on their chest. And it's usually pretty funny. Yeah, count some cards. That I don't even know if that's like a skill you can learn. I think people have proven that at a point that if you can count cards, yeah, that's like a thing that can be recreated over and over and over again. So I don't even know if I'd call that gambling. That's just a skill. No, like warm up to 5 plates. So what you do is you just put like 1 plate on the bar, hit your warm up set, put 2 plates on the bar, hit your warm up set, put 3 plates on the bar, hit a set, 4 plates, hit a set, 5 plates, hit a set. Then you go to your first like working sets. Because at the time I was hitting way over 500, like 500 for like 515 for triples and stuff. So my first working sets went into like the 500. So just getting warmed up to that point. Yeah, Knox, you got to warm up the 5 plates, dog. All right. So far, spies kept us in a pretty good range today. Some scalps were available. If you thought the market was going straight to hell or bouncing all the way back up today, so far it has not worked out in your favor. We just kind of had this range. So we're just waiting to see. Yeah, talking about bench. Yeah, Mel. it, I, for me, working out is something that everybody has to do, and whether you're an aerobics guy or a weights guy, or you go swimming, or you pull a bike, or do whatever you do, whatever your groove is your groove, but you still have to do whatever that may be for a majority of your life, because it's just part of discipline and trying to live longer. I hit over 500 bench press natty, and most of my lifts, like I hit a lot of good lifts natty, but I got to the point of competitive powerlifting that like I knew that I couldn't get to the next tier without taking supplements. So I started messing around with them for a while. And for me, the cost of what it does to your body, the amount of money you got to spend on it versus what you can make monetary on the other end is really not worth it. So yeah, I'm natural, but I do take TRT because I do keep my test levels at what a natural, healthy male should be. So people that say that people on TRT are unnatural are kind of just full of shit because you want your test levels to be what a natural male should be, and most dudes are walking around with low test. Unfortunately, even guys that are 25 are walking around with 350 test levels when they should be between 8 and 1200. So yeah, it's definitely something that definitely helps the. But yeah, majority natural. Oh yeah, we're breaking levels. We're just kind of making a reference to like gambling. Like if you want to gamble, just go to the gym, throw a bunch of weight on that you've never done before, and just go for it. That's gambling. Tobias, overtraining. I don't know if it's a real thing, especially when most people's programs are so mediocre. Like, because when I was at peak level trying to be a top power lifter, what I thought I was doing working out at the time versus what I was doing at peak training performance wasn't shit. Oh yeah, low T will help hurt everything. Your mental focus, mood swings, depression, stomach weight gain. There's a list a mile long that low T affects. Oh yeah, no, swim's the best form of cardio you can do. And if you're somebody that's like, maybe might be overweight and everything's kind of hard for you to do, swimming's the best thing to burn calories and keep your joints um impact free. It's a good jump start. Yeah, Daniel, even um yeah, training without eating right worth it in your opinion? Yeah, for the most part it still is, because even the guys that eat pretty bad and train are still in way better shape and better situation than somebody that never like that doesn't eat bad. um but obviously having a clean diet will yield better results, but still working out, you're still gonna have like a lower resting heart rate, lower blood pressure, and all that stuff. You're still gonna be burning way more calories and not storing as much fat. Why do you think men are so low in test? Well, I mean, we have a system that pumps things into our bodies that we think, essentially are safe for, the food system. Um, there's quite a few things that, there's research done like with soy in young boys. We don't really pay attention to, how much soy we give the young children, but at like a 2,500 milligram weekly dosage, that can prevent puberty in teens by years. So that's why some of these younger teens are taking so long to hit puberty, is because they're ingesting so much soy at a younger age. So that's huge. Is the soy is something that really damages test levels. The lack of environment. So when not most kids don't play sports. Most kids aren't hitting the gym. It's not like it used to be. There's not fights after school every Friday. So the environment plays a huge role in test levels as well. So there's just a lot of things that play into the fact that men have low test levels now. Like a jacko, you work out so you can make. Yeah, that's how main reason I work out. If I didn't work out, I'd be pretty fat. And yeah, Knox, so you can get blood tests done.
The hell did I walk back into?
Oh, we got it on a topic about low testosterone and how it can like affect your mental, like your brain and like how your emotions, all that stuff. We're just talking about that a little bit. Kind of off topic, but kind of relates to keeping your mental state right.
Well, we seem to have gotten another rejection from that previous day supply. Our previous day demand turned supply this morning, made a high and a lower high against it. Now we have another lower high against it, kind of a double top rejection. And we have a break of the 5-minute 9 EMA. You can look for another break on the 10-minute. So they seem to be fighting that right now. So I'd look for another break of that and 385.80s for another move to the downside. If they end up holding this area between 385.80s and 386.20s, it could give us another buyer move to the top side of the chart again. That's pretty much all we have in front of us right now. Microsoft breaking lower after they broke that 9 EMA. Nvidia's bouncing still after defending 235s yet again. New recent high. Tesla trying to defend this this current day low they have. If they can keep this double bottom in place, they definitely could get a buy the dip move made. Comm sector seems to be reversing. I just realized they are barely red. Google's green, Meta's green, Netflix is green. That's their top weights, and all three of them are green. That is a very good sign for the comm sector.
Popping yesterday highs as he mentions that. Why Netflix is off to the races. See you later, Knox. Have a good day.
See you later, Noxta. A lot of tech is turning green. You have Nvidia, or I'm sorry, you have AMD and Microsoft both green. Apple's trying to push again. Amazon's green, Tesla's red. You have a lot of red and green sectors that are mixed with different weights, but a lot of them are starting to show more green now. This could bring that retest since they failed to really push under on the 10-minute. Let me go look at that again.
Yeah, we haven't had a 10-minute candle under the 9. Amazon getting closer to that yesterday high. See if it's going to help out Tesla. Who was that? Daffy.
Mm, mm, mm,
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's going on, babe?
It's going, man. I just want to say something on the 30-minute. A lot of indecision on Spy. We don't have a clear direction yet. Um, I'm looking for the Bulls to do some action here after the sell-offs we had. I'm looking at the 387.71 on Spy. If we can break that or retest that or come back down.
Yeah, definitely a couple scenarios in front of us given this base and indecisive range we have. But at least we know what range we have. It's between 383s, basically 383, 384 area, and about 388.
That's right.
Pretty good range. So at least we have that, because that kind of sucks when we don't understand what to look for. A wild Daffy has appeared. Quick, get your Pokeball out. On Daffy, you might need a Master Ball. Actually, I don't think a normal one will help.
You guys make me laugh.
Come on, Daffy,
My
get in the
kids.
Pokeball. I'll feed you a rare candy after.
I hope you guys don't hear the background noise I have here.
No.
Like my kids screaming. Okay, that's good.
Oh, you're good, man. I got you muted. You're good.
Netflix keeping it going here. Same with Google. Meta's trying to pop that previous intraday high. Amazon's right at that yesterday high as Apple's coming up to take out that previous intraday high area. Tesla still hasn't got going.
That's the SPY 2-year average, Mike, is 385.50. I wonder we're ranged and chopping around here every other week. Your attack is ineffective. The wild Daffy fled. Game Shark, those are rare candies and get Daffy going. Oh! Yo, Ebad might be the biggest gamer in the YouTube stream right now. It's kind of a hard flex.
Just really quick. I did post a trade on the BB trades. If anybody's holding yet, the contracts should be up 16% now.
Oh, I
Now
thought you meant...
17.
Okay, yeah, you got another one. I thought you meant your previous one. I was like, what?
Oh no, I posted one. I was up 14%, went down a bit, and I'm holding. I really want to see it a retest of 387.71 if they give it to us. Actually, no, I don't know if anybody else see inverse head and shoulders on SPY 5-minute.
Boo boo. A said, one of the benefits of a cash account is once you utilize all your cash in your account, you have to wait till tomorrow to trade again, which prevents you from over trading. True, but it is good to also just kind of have that built into you, you know? Because
There you
this
go, 26%.
that might be
I'm all
different.
out, guys.
Oh, you're all out? Daffy's all out of
All out.
his call position if anybody's in that.
They were at that previous resistance trying to pop. See if we can get over the midpoint at 388. Amazon trying to break that yesterday high. Apple's trying to break out of the previous intraday high. Meta moving higher with Google, Netflix. They're really helping us out. Nvidia creeping back up. 10-minute could get increasing volume here with still over 2 minutes left.
Oh, nice, Rambo. one important thing, guys, respect the levels. If you have a level in mind, stick to it. Don't think it's gonna go above it or below it, whatever. Just stick to your levels. This is what B preaches every day.
You'll good job selling on that high, because that's probably where I would have sold too, is the retest of the recent high. You don't know that the new high is going to come. You just know that it most likely can retest the previous high.
Exactly. Possibilities, right?
Being greedy is always the wrong decision. I think I'm going to do one more rundown on SPY and then end the stream there. So today, we pretty much were just going off of the yesterday's low to the open of the, or to the high of the last red candle, which creates our area of demand. They broke through it in pre-market, rejected it in pre-market. We broke into it after open, rejected it, made a lower high, had a pretty good dip from there that broke the 10-minute EMA as well. Since then, we've just had a good hold of support that is possibly creating a potential inverse head and shoulders. If we do get a pop through these highs, I would look for a pretty significant size move. You might see 390.50 get hit after a pop like that, especially considering how much consolidation is between here. If we don't, though, and you get a fake out or a rejection of this resistance, or we just stay in this range, I would look to see if we go retest and try to break for new lows if we don't make those new highs. So again, focus on the range between 380, 389, and 388.40s, and this will help you out with the next move. But let's check out the bigger time frame, and then we'll end the stream there. You can see we're battling bigger time frame levels right now. Where am I at? 6 minute, 6 month. You can see we have a little bit of a choppy chart here, but it makes sense if you start to think about it. Since we made that new low, and then we started to sell off and we hit demand, all we've gotten is a buyer reaction, a bull trap that kind of caught us, but we're really just kind of catching our footing if you think about it. You know, we kind of sold off, had that buyer reaction, we're back down to here again, but we didn't make any new lows, and we didn't make any new highs. We're really just getting our footing. So you could essentially say we're battling between old demand and, or old demand in general. You have old demand right here, old demand right here. And we're kind of treating this demand here from the bigger time frames as supply now. So you could essentially say we're stuck between these two areas, these two zones. So this is probably where they're going to try and keep us in. Larger zone would be between this support that we keep projecting off of and the bottom of the demand down here. So essentially between 393 and 378 is essentially where we are stuck right now. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. Okay. So next thing to look out for is, do we break these new lows? Do we push these new highs? Or are we just going to catch us in another range again, which I personally think will range trade. But we do have the Fed meeting next week. So I think that's what's going to break us out of this range. So I'd say for the majority of this week and the beginning of next week, we will most likely get just a range trade between these two larger levels. Until we get that Fed meeting decision, and then we see where are we possibly heading. Are they going to stay aggressive? Are we going to see them price in farther out expirations? What are we going to see? So we'll pay attention to that, but hopefully you guys had a great day today. The only mention I had today on an actual trade was to the downside on SPY after we broke on the 10-minute on the 9 EMA, the second break. But again, hope you guys enjoyed your day here. Thank you guys again for dropping a like, the donation. Daffy, thank you. And anybody else who might have tuned in, appreciate you all. But I'll see you guys later on. Again, have a great rest of your day. Join the Discord if you want to tune into more conversation, engagement, and just kind of discuss with the community as a whole. I'll see you guys later on.
Thank you, B.
Thank you, Daffy.